area where the items were found. The other is a skull and points to a patch of ground by the maze.
So find out what is the place marked by the skull.
The scouts carefully inspect every piece of land in the marked area and discover a camouflaged pit studded with strong, thin needles. In a niche sunk into the wall of the trap glitters a volumetric flask with an ugly creature that looks like several brains stuck together.
Okay, so Lord Xenos, analyze the nature of the creature.
The rogue trader's people recognize the grotesque figure as a Drukhari Medusa, a parasite capable of registering emotions and transferring them to its masters. This thing was left here as the equivalent of a picked recorder, collecting the suffering of the Drukhari's victims.
Okay, let's destroy it.
The flask explodes into shrapnel fragments under a salvo from the scouts' rifles. The remaining liquid is collected into several test tubes to be examined in the ship's laboratorium and put to good use, or destroyed on the orders of the rogue trader.
Okay, so the user suffers minus 10 damage from any source until the end of the combat. After the combat ends, the user suffers one random trauma. No way. Okay, so continue exploring the area.
Deep prints belonging to landing legs and a ladder are visible in the grass behind the maze. The relative positions of the recesses correspond to the design of an Imperial shuttle. When the Von Valencia scouts approach, they find a wax seal bearing the symbol of the Inquisition and a monogram formed from the letters XC. An officer voices the proposition that the initials correspond to the name of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar.
Okay, search for other objects in the grass.
A segment of the dry grass a few meters in front of the prints from the ladder has been cut, as if scythed. Among the chopped stems lies a piece of a Drukhari trophy, a flap of dark skin stretched out by thin chains. Most of it is covered by a tattoo, a silhouette of a storm or tornado, and a black symbol composed of curved lines and sharp shapes.
Okay, look at this one. So, yeah, this one is a pretty cool sword. Look at this one. So this one is a shield, which says, while the wielder has less than 4 traumas, and adjacent allies still in combat, the wielder wounds cannot drop below 1. Each instance of lethal damage inflicts a random trauma instead. Shields allow the wielders to block attacks. Okay, so this is cool. Basically becomes unkillable. Oh yeah, totally. Okay, burn away all traces of the xenos presence.
The predatory structures do not burn easily, and it takes a long time for them to heat up. When the flames finally gather strength, turquoise explosions flash amid the yellow-orange waves. Whatever was down, there was dangerous.
Alright, so yeah, guess who gets this one? Yeah, you. Yeah, you do not have, but you, Rel, you get this stuff. Ooh, what is this stuff? Codes for traversing the minefields. Ah, okay. But okay, where is the shield? Ah, here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this one is so powerful. So yeah, totally, you get this. Ooh, man. Ooh, okay. That's awesome. Okay, so basically it says that you have less than 4 traumas and adjacent ally still in combat, the wielder's wounds cannot drop below 1. So as long as you are near someone, you cannot be killed. Oh, that's super powerful. Let's move here.
Lord Captain, there was an incident on the flight deck. The planet we discovered is located at the coordinates of interest to the Honorable Ulfar, Angel of the Emperor. The moment he learned about this, he chose to abandon ship.
Don't abandon ship.
He ordered a shuttle to be provided to him and directed it to the world before us. We do not know where exactly he wishes to go, but the augurs have tracked the shuttle to its landing site.
He stole a shuttle? How did this happen?
Lord Ulfar simply showed up at the deck, drove the enforcers away, and demanded he be granted clearance for takeoff. Your servants became frightened and dared not disobey his orders.
Yeah, I bet they were frightened. So why have I not been notified on his actions right away?
He forbade it, and the enforcers did not dare to defy an angel of the Emperor. I am very sorry.
Again, I don't blame them. Okay, execute the sentries now. Okay, I see.
I apologize for having to bring you this troubling news, Lord Captain.
No, it's fine. Okay, so let's land. And I bet he's here.
A scouting party led by the rogue traitor himself makes planetfall on the frozen world. The shuttle on which Ulfar Thunderlung departed the ship has been designated the starting point for the search. Said shuttle is found at the landing site, intact and undamaged.
Okay, scout out the area.
The scouts discover numerous structures, burial grounds, and obelisks of the Xenerace that once ruled these star systems, all of which are now encased in ice and solemn, sepulchral stillness. No signs of activity by potentially hostile xenos have been detected.
Okay, examine the stolen shuttle.
The machine spirit is in fine form and is ready to ascend from the world surface. No clues have been found as to Ulfar Thunderlung's intended destination, but a keen-eyed scout sights several disturbed snowdrifts that may indicate the route taken by the Space Wolf.
Okay, yeah, follow the trail.
The group bravely ventures onward into the realm of blinding white and crackling frost. The sky is soon blanketed with snow clouds that block out the star's light. The wind, howling like a pack of hungry spirits, sweeps away all tracks and whips up a furious storm. The path is full of dangers. A treacherous crevasse, hidden under the snow's crust, suddenly opens wide underneath the enforcer's feet. It is only the vigilance of the Lord Captain and his companions, who hear the telltale crack in time, that saves the soldiers from certain death. A few hours later, the expedition comes to a plateau. Rising up ahead is the dark hull of an Imperial trading vessel that once landed on the world surface.
Okay, investigate the ship.
The ship is identified as the Revelation Granted, the merchant cog commandeered by the baleful Howl on footfall. No signs of struggle or other misfortune are found aboard, only some useful cargo in the hold. Contrary to expectations, no crew members are found, dead or alive. The ship has been abandoned, and its fuel systems are non-functional. The Promethium has frozen solid and ruptured the tanks and pipes.
Okay, I hope I'm not gonna lose Ulfar.
The escalating storm sweeps over the group as if trying to bury them in darkness, snow, and obliterating whirlwinds.
Okay, send scouts to survey the area.
The enforcers search the area and return without finding anything of interest. Not all of them return. In fact, several seem to have lost their way and failed to make it back to the ship.
Okay, look for signs of Ulfar. Yep.
Fresh tracks in the snow leading to the ship's airlocks indicate that he was here
Good.
recently.
That's good.
However, he was not alone. The scouts find strange dips in the snowdrifts surrounding the ship. It seems that someone was watching the ship from a position buried in the snow, around the same time that Ulfar Thunderlung was searching it.
So decide which direction the search will go next.
In the raging blizzard, it is impossible to determine which way the Space Wolf might have gone. A pair of brave trackers strike out on a long-distance scouting run and still have not returned hours later.
Okay, contact the ship in orbit.
The raging storm makes it impossible to establish a Vox link with the rogue trader's vessel, leaving the expedition stranded without aid, but probably not for long. The officers on the bridge should have immediately dispatched help as soon as contact with the scouting party was lost.
Okay, so I'm kind of stuck here. So, okay, let's take shelter in the ship and set up camp.
The bone-weary soldiers welcome the chance to rest. Watchful sentries stand guard while their more fortunate comrades stuff themselves with the now-frozen rations of the ship's vanished crew. The temperature inexorably plummets. Many members of the expedition suffer from frostbite, while others lose their fortitude and morale. One of the sentries delivers an anxious report to the Lord Captain. He has seen a massive shadow in the darkness, and it was definitely not Ulfar Thunderlung.
Okay, so double the sentries.
Despite the reinforcements, the sentries cannot conceal their fear. The unknown has robbed them of their courage. A messenger rushes to the Lord Captain to report that one of the sentries is missing. Large tracks have been found near the sentry's post, as well as a few drops of blood.
Okay, arm everyone and have them take up defensive positions or hide in the ship. No, arm everyone.
Casting food aside and rousing from fitful sleep, every member of the expedition prepares to fight and defend the blessed rogue trader. A terrible rumbling cuts through the roar of the storm, the clash and clamor of battle. It is followed by a furious, agonized scream.
Alright, send the party towards the sound of battle as soon as possible or remain at the ship. Yeah, send the party toward. Yeah.
Tied together with ropes and bolstering each other with battle cries, The enforcers rush toward the battle in human chains. Unable to see anything ahead in the darkness and swirling snow, they blindly stride toward the source of the battle's monstrous thunder.
So send the soldiers forward, trusting in their tactical skills and lessons taught to them by the Lord Captain, or the Lord Captain will personally rush into battle against the mysterious foe, or ballistic skills. Yeah, the Lord Captain will find a convenient firing position to strike the unknown enemy, or take up positions and wait. Yeah, let's try to go with this.
The rogue trader strides ahead to find a firing position from which he can view the battle. Suddenly, an eerie shadow leaps out of nowhere straight at the Lord Captain. It is cloaked by the snow and dark, which turn it into a barely discernible silhouette that emanates the promise of death. But the rogue trader's steady hand and keen eye do not betray him at this crucial moment. He drives away the malevolent foe with high-precision shots. The Von Valancius dynasty has emerged victorious from this skirmish.
Oh, that's great.
Ulfar is found lying in the blood-soaked snow, his body covered in grievous wounds. But the wolf continues to cling to life. With great care, he is borne to the shuttles and, wasting no time, brought back to the ship for urgent treatment.
Oh yeah, let's go back to the ship. We need to talk. Where are you? Yeah, let's go back to the bridge. Ulfar, my friend, what happened to you? Don't die on me. Yeah, so... yeah, on the chapel. Yeah, so we go here. Here. Ooh, but many leveled up. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's talk with Ulfar first. And then we're gonna level up. What is that? Yeah, it should be the chapel, no? Oh boy. Okay, not yet then. So, let's level up. Shipboard chapel. Yeah, let's level up that. Everybody levels up. Who knows what we're gonna find there. So, let's see, what did we pick, which is interesting. So, tenderize. Enemies damaged by the soldiers suffer 5 damage from the next attack that hits them. Rebellion Slaughter can be used after 2 kills. Muscle. The first hit of each round burst attack deals. You don't have that. Integrity. While at full wounds, the soldier has plus 10 ballistic skills and 2 movement points. Yeah, I like this one. Integrity. Fortress. While the soldier has full cover against an enemy, the soldier gains 10%. Okay. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their crit damage is increased by +1 until the end. Healing an ally with a medkit. Yeah. Each shot by the soldier grants them +1 agility until the end of their next turn. Yeah, we go integrity. Yeah, while at full wounds, the soldier has +10 ballistic skills and 2 movement points. Allows him to move more at the beginning. Once he gets boo-boo, it's okay. So you are... I think you are with tech. I think we can find out. Or with the logic. No, that's... oh, that's Pascal. 78. No, it's ED. No, also. Demolition. No, I want Argenta to be with the demolition. So this one is commerce. Yeah, look at it. Or coercion. Ooh, okay. I mean, you are totally top notch on this one. Yeah, you go with this. Okay. Abela. What is for you? So for you we have attack opportunity deal minus 34% less damage to the warrior. Oh, actually this could be very good for you because you are often close to the enemy. You might actually want to run. I remember the Edge of Daybreak, he did a lot of boo-boo on you just because of that. So the warrior gains 8 deflection against the first attack made by every enemy this combat. Area attack deals an additional 7 damage for each enemy in the area of effect. Problem is you don't really have AoEs. When the warrior takes damage, they gain 15% dodge, stacks up to 3 times and resets. Oh, after a successful dodge. This is not bad. When the warrior uses a single shot, you don't have that. Or a melee against a target. The warrior gains 21 armor against attacks made by this target for 1 round. Ooh. Plus 21%. Or the damage dealt by charge is increased by 20 when the abilities. Oh yeah, we use this one a ton. And for this you are agility, athletics, no, or something like that. Oh, you don't have that. So what can we use you for? Oh my, you totally have nothing. Tech use? No. Yeah, we put this one. There is nothing we can use you for. Okay. So you idiot, you have nothing. Ooh, that's not nice of you. Come on, there are not many. Exposed weakness, everything which is exploit, intimidation. If intimidation kills the target, the damage of all other enemies in the area of intimidation is reduced by. Okay, so this is not bad. If an enemy affected by an exploit, okay, the exploit, I don't want exploits. On the first turn, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits. Again, the operative suffers minus 9% less damage from an enemies affected by. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, operative allies gain 2% hit chance and crit hit chance while attacking targets affected. Okay, I like this one too. If the operative uses precise attack on a target affected by 6 or more exploits, okay, that's gonna take forever for you. So whenever the operative hits an enemy that is affected by an exposed weakness, the enemy loses. Nope. While the operative is in partial cover, their cover efficiency increased by 15%. The bonus is doubled if the okay, this is good because you are a ton in cover because you are my sniper. So while the operative perception bonus is 10 or higher, how much is your perception? They gain 1 and ignore enemy's deflection. Perception bonus. Ooh, what is your perception bonus? I need to know this. Perception ooh, it's 9. Oh, it's 9. Can you imagine? Oh, okay. So how are we gonna do? Because this one, she gains 1 AP and ignores enemy deflection. Okay, you're gonna get this one even if you might not use it right away. Because I want to increase your perception. Damn, this is super powerful. Look, she gains 1 AP. And now his persuasion is up. Okay, so where can you excel? We're gonna work on that perception. You can bet. Yeah, so you can go with the warp. Yeah. Kibela. So Kibela. Oh, we already have. The Blade Dancer can use both. Okay, this one I know. Whenever the Blade Dancer is healed for the first time in round, they are healed for an additional. Okay. Blinding Blades. Enemies attacked by the Blade Dancer have their weapon skill, ballistic skill reduced by until the start of the Blade Dancer next turn. Oh. This is good. Duelist. The Blade Dancer deals an additional so much damage against enemies armed with a melee weapon. Facing the end, I love this duelist. The Blade Dancer gains 3 weapon skills and 3 agility for every injury they occur. No, I don't want to have injuries. So if all the strikes made as part of the Blade Dance are direct against the same target, the last... Oh, yeah. We use this one a lot. The Blade Dancer maximum wounds are increased by Blade Dancer dodge, which is I don't know how much. So, ooh, Blade Dancer dodged, which can be quite a lot. Whenever the blade dancer parries an attack, number of attacks made by the next blade dance is increased by... Okay, this is conditional. So after the blade dancer loses any number of wounds, I don't want that. Anytime a void-bound character scores a crit hit, there is a 10% chance to double the damage. So wounds or this? Do we want a few extra health? Yeah, let's go with health. Yeah, let's go with health. And you are Doctor Lady, right? Ooh, not anymore. Too bad you cannot level them up over and over, you know. 100 commerce, 30 awareness. Yeah, literally nothing. Idiot. Warp 65. You're idiot. Persuasion maybe. No. 65. I mean, the only one I think it's... So it's Idira. J. Okay, so let's go with logic. Okay, you're smart also. And Argenta. Ooh, Ulfar. Where is Ulfar? I cannot level up Ulfar. I hope it's not a bad sign. So, each shot fired by the soldier grants them +1. Okay, enough bullets for everyone. The soldier's second attack action in a turn deals 21 more damage to enemies that have not suffered damage from the soldier. No, I want to do focus fire. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their crit damage is increased or tris. While the soldier has full cover against an enemy, the soldier gains 10% damage against that enemy. Promise, I need to be in full cover. The first hit of each range burst, you don't have that. The next use of running gun when used after entrench. Yeah, dash does not end the soldier's movement for the turn. Do you have dash? I don't remember you having dash. Enemies adjacent to the starting of dash will consider soldiers their lowest priority. Well, apparently I do have dash. Okay, let's do dash. Okay, we'll do this. And yeah, we need to find... What are you? I think you were demolition, but not anymore. You maxed up on that one. 60. Yeah, I'm looking for something which she... Ooh, Imperium. Okay, look at that. J. Okay. Okay, so are we sure we have to go here? Shipport Chapel. Inquire of the Vox Master. Where's the Vox Master, by the way? Here, let's ask him. Where is Ulfar? I'm looking for Ulfar.
When you approach,
Yeah.
Vigdis pulls away from fine-tuning another Vox and bows her head.
Lord Captain, the ship informed me of our imminent meeting.
Yeah, how is Ulfar? Has he regained consciousness?
He is feeling better, Lord Captain.
Who?
The ship's chirurgeon was amazed at his resilience. The esteemed Lord Ulfar is currently convalescing in his chambers.
Well, that sounds like him. Okay, have a servant escort me to Ulfar's quarters. Ulfar. What are you doing? Okay, so where is he? Ooh, here he is.
Ulfar's dark figure towers over you. His head is lowered, his hair hanging in a curtain across his face. His fair skin is cross-hatched with broad, crimson scars held together by metal staples and covered with black, spiked runes for physical healing. Could an ordinary mortal have survived such injuries? Unlikely. With a twitch of his fingers, Ulfar bids the two servants and attendants to step away so as not to intrude on your conversation. They silently retreat.
At Fodder, I must thank you for saving me. I had a difficult battle.
I thank the Emperor that he did not take you from us to join his heavenly host, my lord.
I always survive.
Okay, why did you decide to go to that world alone?
After a few moments of silence, Ulfar says quietly,
So I did not have to bury your body in the snow, Etfader. It is not out of arrogance that wolves do not allow mortals into our affairs, but because the burden of those deeds is heavy, and they reek of death. Just consider what kind of threat you could have been facing. In a place where an entire pack of Astartes has disappeared. If I had risked you for the sake of fulfilling my vows, would that have been worthy of me?
Okay, I appreciate your concern.
Ulfar heaves a sigh, which seems to hang in the air between you.
You and I are different. Your way is to rule and build, while mine is to destroy and chase down prey. Such is the Allfather's plan, and in that plan, my death on the battlefield is an expected and joyous event, while your death would be premature, sorrowful, and damaging to many other lives.
So, did you find any trace of your brothers?
The vessel I found, the revelation granted, that was them. Inside there were signs that wolf scouts leave for their brothers. The baleful howl landed the ship on the surface and left, and the rest of the crew disappeared. I followed my brother's trail until an unknown foe blocked my path. And battle ensued.
So, what foe is capable of besting you in combat? Your wounds were truly terrifying.
An evil spirit. It attacked me from behind and wounded me instantly.
Ulfar points to a particularly gruesome scar on his chest, the strike clearly intended for one of the space wolf's two hearts. The wound gives off a strong medicinal smell, but it is not one you recognize, probably a Fenrisian bomb brewed by Ulfar himself. Your healers would faint after one whiff of such a potion.
The snow covered my eyes and I could only make out a shadow, but it moved fast and it was strong. If the Allfather's gift had not knitted my ribs into a hard carapace, that blow would have been my last.
The wolf says these words with chilling nonchalance.
So, your pack seems to have led an entire ship's crew to their death.
The wolf shrugs sadly.
Do not blame us for what we are. Death always clings to the warriors of the Allfather, and we are fated for no deeds other than those accomplished in the jaws of Mordkai.
Okay, I see.
Ulfar nods in agreement, his face grim.
So, you are not your usual self. You seem more somber.
By bitter paths comes wisdom. In wake of bloody losses and shattered dreams, heavy thoughts weighing on its broad shoulders, it enters unbidden and takes a seat by your hearth.
So, have you been thinking about your life? Perhaps something good awaits you in the future. Yeah, tell me, why are there no rhymes in your songs? Do you still believe you will find your brothers? Yeah.
I will find them.
Ulfar clenches his fists.
Probably not alive. But I will find them.
So tell me, why there are no rhymes in your songs?
Rhymes are empty frippery. A saga must be alive. If the words happen to fall into a rhyme, well, that is grand. But to make your whole story fit neatly into such a pattern, you must either twist the truth in the service of beauty, or live your life for the sake of a rhyme. Neither is to a wolf's liking. Our sagas are voices sounding through eternity. When we hear them, we do not hear stories, we hear the tellers, speaking their words to us now.
So have you been thinking about your life?
About the future. Have you ever wondered what it means to be an Astartes? To know no other family but your brothers in battle? To know no other feast but the joy of slaying your enemies and extolling your fallen comrades? To know with certainty that your death will be terrible, brutal, and agonizing, for time holds no sway over us, and no warrior of the Allfather has ever breathed his last in a soft bed. Death holds no fear for us, Etfader. We have been eating at the same table since day one.
So perhaps something good awaits you in the future.
Listen, Etfader. When the wolf priests tested me, I went to the gate of Mordkai, a dark place where real space and the thoughts of the great wolves intertwine like the tentacles of a kraken. Everyone who appears before the gate is granted a vision, and mine was a dark omen. I saw myself in two guises, one as white as the moon, the other as black as the lowering sky. And the two were locked in combat. As for which me emerged victorious, that was hidden from my sight. But that is not what frightened me. The black wolf's gaze was fearsome, full of more pain than he could